Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I had mute on for some weird reason. That's strange. Okay. Hey, everybody. Anne.Rossley with Kyle Harvey here to talk to you about real estate. I have to tell you a quick story. You ready for this?
I want to hear it.
Okay. So I may have told you at the beginning of this. I go to the Tom Ferry Elite Retreat in January of this year. Okay. So just 5 months ago. And I get hornswoggled into sitting down with a guy who swears he's going to fix my face. And he's got the red light therapy and he does it to my skin. And he goes, I'm just going to do it to half your skin to show you the difference between the two. Okay. And I'm like, baloney. Well, he shows me the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like the wrinkle that I have here on my face is gone. It's like smoother. You don't see all the wrinkly wrinkles. And I'm like, this is fantastic. And he goes, yeah. And if you let me do a before and after, because it's so obvious, you can have it for $7,000. Oh, right? I know. So I found the fountain of youth, but I can't afford it. So then he says to me, well, I mean, I'm saying if I went into, deep pockets, I could probably find $7,000. That's not the point. Except that then he says to me this, he goes, you're on video, right? I say, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do video. He goes, Tom says you can write it off.
Did you do it?
No, of course not. However, we all know what yesterday was. Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. I was like, no, I don't. What? You got it in the mail.
No, this is the cheap version. And when I say cheap, it's still not inexpensive.
And we'll be wearing this.
The other one was like a pen thing on your face.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm telling you, today's the last day you're going to see this. Because you're going to see the new improved this next time you see me on screen. Because I will have worn my little mask.
I choose to use the softening filter. I took off the softening filter, everybody. This is actually what I look like. But I'm trying to love myself as I am.
You've always been good about that.
No. I just squint. My eyes are going bad, so I just sort of go, you look fine.
This is who I am. Yeah. So yeah, folks, you get to see Kyle and me warts and all every Monday morning at 7:30. And but anyway, so that's my funny story of the week.
That's a good funny story. I probably have a funny story, but being a senior citizen, it's all out of my head. Gone.
All right. Well, you can interrupt me mid-show if you think of it. Okay.
Exactly. Or I'll do it afterwards.
All right.
That's when the good stories are told.
Oh my gosh. So everybody, I'm going to warn you, we're going to run long today, but that's because we're looking at pretty pictures and there's a reason behind it. We're really going to dig deep today into great neighborhoods of Chicago and what a median priced home looks like in the various neighborhoods. And we'll get into the why and the deep on that later. First, you ready? We'll just jump into stats like we always do. Sound good? I just did it, whether you like it or not. Here we go. Let me get rid of my coffee cup. Our Beard and Warner coffee cup with the new logo. All right. So this is through April. Yeah, we're in May. I had to think a minute where I am. All right. Single family homes. 90 homes closed last month. 108 are under contract. As you can see, that's up because April is one of the highest months for contracts. 165 homes are for sale. Again, we're historically low. And there's the map, folks, showing you the high was 2009 with 1,000. Now we're down to 165.
Ugh.
Single family homes. Median sales price is the highest ever at $1,410,000. That's 2 months supply of homes for sale.
It's hard to look at.
It is totally hard. That's why I went through it really fast. Okay. January. And I fixed my chart this month. Last month, I was not together. I got it together this month, Kyle. Yeah. So January through April, 289 homes have closed. That's only up 2.5% from last year, but that was up 16% from the year before.
Yes.
So we're trending. We're trending.
Yeah.
What's interesting is it's also we're trending in numbers and we're trending in prices. All right. Here's attached kind of co-op townhomes. 1,058 closed, 1,027 under contract, and we're down, but I would suggest that's because we have no inventory. But see, typically an April would be like the market. right, in terms of numbers. 1886 are for sale, still very low, 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 low. And you can see the two blips, housing crisis of 2008 and the pandemic is the other spike. Okay. That's 2.3 months worth of inventory. And then I had to break it out by price because I'm like, what does this really mean? And under $1 million, it's 2 months of inventory.
Shock.
But look at 2 million's only 8 months worth of inventory. Look at that purple line sliding down to the right.
I know, but still, I think people are taking things off.
That's your anecdotal sense. 457. Do you remember we used to sit here and talk about 400,000, 400,000,
yeah,
400,000?
High threes, and now it's 457, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Units going up still here too. Year to date, 34.33. And then interest rates as of last week, 6.76. They're pretty steady in the middle to high sixes. Rents are down a little bit, $2,100, $3.14 is the average price per square foot. I remember a day when Chicago was like $1.50 to $2 per square foot. So crazy town. 2-bedroom, average rents almost $2,700. And near West Side, $3,383 is the most expensive, with Uptown being in our area the most reasonable.
I'm going to tell you, when I was helping a couple of renters, and rents for 2-bedroom apartments were really high.
Yeah,
getting multiple offers, and landlords are being very choosy. They ask for credit scores and multiples of earnings that you have to. Your monthly income has to be multiples of,
like 3 times the monthly rent, right? Yeah.
At least 3 times the monthly rent. And you're sort of like, okay.
But see, that's the Zumper number we just showed includes everything. When you and I show rentals, we typically show condos. And I take this number just out of my back pocket. I don't know where I came up with it, but I tell people that you rent a condo on a price per square foot basis, it's about 30% cheaper than if you get it from an apartment building. Would you guess that's
totally? And if you're a tenant, the landlord is much less likely to boost it the next year in the that these people, that professional apartment renter, these companies, these apartment owners do. It's really amazing.
Well, they're using that algorithm.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that says, okay, this week the price is $2,400. Next week it'll be $2,475. Yeah.
No, it's very interesting. So, and often they're much larger.
The condos, yeah. For rent, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's the story. So, folks, why don't you just jump into this, because we had a great conversation yesterday. Fill everybody in.
So we started talking about people who are looking for homes, particularly houses, in some of the traditional neighborhoods, and Lincoln Park has become insane for buying a house.
Property, the median sales price of $1.8 million and up, so.
At least. And these are not fancy houses. And I have buyers who are laser focused on Lincoln Park for great reasons. I mean, reasons that made perfect sense. But it was really tough, and it is really tough in Lincoln Park. But here's the thing, everybody. I grew up with a real estate broker for a mother, and she identified Old Town as a neighborhood to invest in. At the time, Old Town was one of the scary neighborhoods on the north side. And we lived there when it was, and we would call the police a couple times a month because stuff was going on, and the police would arrive in 30 seconds. It was that kind of, they were always around because it was a tough neighborhood. I'm not saying you have to do that elsewhere in Chicago, but there are neighborhoods that are well located for other reasons. Old Town was great because it was so centrally located, but that are well located that have real opportunities. And today we're going to talk about neighborhoods that are not Lincoln Park, that are not the near North Side, that have opportunities where you can really grow your investment. I've got properties in Forest Glen, which I love Forest Glen. It's and we'll talk a little bit about it. We'll get to that. Avondale and Irving Park, and the Irving Park that is closer to the highway, to the Edens.
Mm-hmm.
The Edens. What are your neighborhoods, Anne?
So today I'm going to talk about Uptown. So I'm doing ones that are closer to City Central. I'm doing Uptown, I'm doing North Center, and I'm doing Logan Square, which is hot, but still very affordable and really a great opportunity.
So, and those are going to be more expensive because they are closer to the city center. I'm going to tell you, I have been telling some of my first-time homebuyer clients, check out Uptown. There is a lot of value there, and that neighborhood's going to pop.
It's already starting to, yeah.
I know, it's really, we're behind the curve, everybody. So just pay attention. Okay, let's start with, we'll alternate. You go first.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. First of all, let me show you my map.
Yeah, sure.
Quick. Okay, so these are the little dots on the map. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to start up here in Uptown, and then as we go, we'll go farther south. But let's start at the top. So, all right, first, and I'm going to try to read to you while I show these so I can go quickly. All right, 1750 Foster. So it's on Busy Foster, 5200 North. But this home was built in 2025. It's actually going to be ready next month, brand new. It is just a little bit over the median sales price for Uptown at $1.4 million. Okay. Just hit the market 5 days ago, 25 by 129 lot, 3 full bedrooms up, 2 bedrooms down, 4.5 baths.
This is another home by the developer. Pictures of the home by the developer.
Yes, exactly.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's got this back mudroom type area that everybody really likes. If you're not from Chicago, most of our homes have English basements that are half up, half down. So you walk in at ground level at the median place, and this will take you up to the first floor or down to the lower level. Great place to hang your coats, and everybody wants that. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put that aside. All right. Next one. This one went under contract in 19 days. Wait, let me remove there we go. 17. Okay. And
that's a good
week. I have a screw up. This time it's on the house number. It's 1721 Winona. This is just under the median sales price at $1,325,000. 25 by 125 lot, built in 2006. You can see it's a more traditional great house, right?
Yeah. How many days before it went under contract?
19.
Yeah.
Which is actually surprising it took that long. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 25 by 125 lot. Just a nice house. And this is the home that if I were in a different stage of my life, I would have bought. I showed it when it was a private listing at about $1.5 million or $1.6 million. And then Alex brought it down in price. This is one like this Susie Bramson lived in for a while. These are in Castlewood. So you're on this beautiful street right next to the park. You're less than 15 minutes to the Loop on Lakeshore Drive, people. This is so fun. Look at that. It was built in 1990.
Is this under contract?
Yes, it is now.
Yeah.
Yes. Once he got it to the right price, it just flew. 43 by 115 lot. So a wide house. Now, nice white kitchen, little dated, Corian top, but that's okay. But look out your back. There is Lincoln Park, the lake. You're right that close. Isn't that so fun?
It's a good one.
And there's the view from your primary bedroom out northeast. And they have stepped these homes so that every house has a little view of the park. They're just, okay. So that was listed for $1,399,000. So that's right at the sweet spot of the median sales price. 43 foot wide in Lincoln Park. What do you think the price would be?
Oh, good Lord. 1.8.
Yeah, or more, right?
On 1.8. Because it's good. And there's
$500,000 less, and you're still 15 minutes from downtown.
How many car parking?
2 attached.
That's That's why it would go for so much in Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
All
let's
right.
do
What do you have now?
Forest Glen. Will you pop me up to Forest Glen?
I will. Is that the first one here?
Please. So this one is for sale in Forest Glen. So Forest Glen is Sauganash, Wildwoods, Forest Glen. It's an area on the northeast side of the city. So if you go any further, you're into Skokie, Niles, etc. But this is Forest Glen, still in the city. And it's a neighborhood full of bungalows. This is 6144 North Keystone Avenue, and it's on the market now for $575. It started at $650, and it's been on the market for almost a year, which
Really?
tells people when you price something wrong, you get punished.
You sure do.
So,
it's Grannyville. That's why.
it's great. They took everything out. They left the idiot stuff up.
Yeah.
Instead of staging it.
That's why it's been on the market.
Yes. But it has a lot of possibilities. So this is the great house. This is the house. So they have, they've done some wackadoodle things. And wackadoodle is a real estate term. I hate to use jargon with you people, but it is. You've done wackadoodle things. So this is the back of the house, the sunroom. Then I had to show you the basement because I love a basement.
Oh yeah, you know what? They took out the bar to put in this second kitchen, didn't they?
I wonder if they put mom down there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. So here's this beautiful sunroom that you can use all year round. But then you go to what was the garage, and you have
what?
I know.
Okay, now I know why it's been on. Well,
so
this
first
is
of all,
interesting. Open your mind to the possibilities.
No. Look at all this equipment. You know what that equipment makes? Carbon dioxide. This is a death trap. It's not only a pool death trap, it is a carbon monoxide death trap. The next owner, when it comes down to $250,000, is going to rip this all out and return the garage.
Okay? Yeah, of course.
I just had to share that with you. And so here it is.
I'm kind of curious how they got away with having, somebody may have had a disability. And so I don't want to laugh, with the pool and everything. But I want to say this. How did they get away with totally covered from house to garage? That is a zoning problem, right?
I have no idea. I'm just sharing with you. That could be yours for $575 or less. My guess is less. It's been on the market forever and ever. Amen.
Guys, give us a call. Let us show this to you. I think there's an offer in the making here. Absolutely. There are so many opportunities here. All right, what you got next? I love that one.
Show me the next one.
Another one.
Sold and so I apologize, people. The median sales price in Forest Glen is $568, which is why I'm showing you only properties around the median sales price of these neighborhoods.
There are high-priced properties in Forest Glen, guys. Some lovely, amazing properties.
Yeah.
Not just
yes.
Are you ready for Kilpatrick now?
Please show me this. No. The Forest Glen sold, which is the second one. Forest Glen sold.
Oh gosh.
I give names.
I think I removed it already.
Oh, it's already there. It's still there.
Really? No, not on mine.
Oh.
Present again, lovely.
There we go. Forest Glen sold. 5812 North Kenneth Avenue.
Okay.
Sold for
$565.
$5,000. It started at just 1,000 under 600, and it was on the market for 68 days. So this looks like a tiny house. It's a terrible picture, but I still wanted you to see. They focused on the extension rather than the sort of interesting house, but it's an older house.
Oh, nice.
I know. And I mean, what a great room, huh? This is the living room, and the family room, dining room is next to it. So very pretty. Yes, it's going to need some work. But it's a nice big house. You know what's interesting? They don't tell you the dimensions of the lot in this neighborhood. They tell you the square footage of the lot. You're like, give me X by X. That's how we work.
Yeah.
But it's a big lot. And yes, it's the next owner is going to be able to put this is the basement. We love a basement shop. Look at all this space.
Look at that yard.
I know, and it's a 2-car garage. I mean, it's a walk from the house, but really, I mean, you have a lot of space in Forest Glen to change things up. So you could add to it. It looks like a tiny house, but it's really not.
One thing we didn't talk about is Forest Glen's location.
No, and it's by the highway.
Yeah, so you're right near like where the Kennedy and Peterson come together. So depending on the traffic day, you could go Peterson downtown, you could go the Kennedy downtown, and you're also by the Metra, which you can take right down to the Loop. So it's easy peasy to get around, and look at that lot size compared to what you would get in the city.
And there are a lot of people who work north. Imagine getting to avoid the Kennedy.
Right.
Just zoom up the Edens.
And not to mention the great schools that are in that area: Wildwood, Edgebrook, Sauganash, great elementary schools, and good parochial as well. So there are a lot of good reasons to be up in this neighborhood, folks. And yes. Terrific.
Okay, terrific. That's my Forest Glen.
Okay.
Your turn.
There we go.
Good.
Okay. So what am I showing? 1943 Roscoe. Here we go. So North Center, a lot of people know Roscoe Village as part of North Center. This area is known for great school districts too. And it's a little bit higher. The median sales price up here is $1.4 million for a single family home. 1943 Roscoe, built in 1999.
Yeah, this neighborhood was discovered 25, 30. It's well gentrified. People have wanted to live here for a long time. Yeah.
Really known for residential tree-lined streets. This is a 25 by 125 lot. 3 bedrooms plus 1 in the basement, 3.5 baths. It was on the market only 7 days before it closed last year.
Wow. Look at that great house. Oh,
again, look at this. This would be at least $300,000, if not $500,000 more in Lincoln Park.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next one is, where did I put it? Here we go. 2449 Cullum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. The last one, just FYI, was in the Audubon School District. I purposely chose them in different school districts here. This one is in the Waters District, which is so hot. Everybody wants to be in the Waters District. Okay. It is on the market. Oh, no, it closed for $1,470,000.
Look at that.
Built in 2024, so like brand new for the people who bought it. 3 bedrooms up, 2 down, 4.5 baths.
It's a narrow house, isn't it? It's probably on a 25-foot
It's
lot.
on a 25-foot lot, yes.
And they have gangways on either side.
Yeah, and then 2141 Warner. This one is in the Coonley District, another hot school district. How cute is that? Built. This one was a vintage that was renovated. They didn't know the age on it. It sold in 6 days for $1,476,000. So right at that median price point again. Why is this not moving forward? It's not moving.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So isn't that charming? So multiple offers they had on this. Not a surprise. You had the peaked roof there, so that shows that. I mean, older. Oh, and then 1835 Eddie. I had to put in, me in historic. I had to put this one in. This is Hamilton, where Danny's kids go. Danny O'Donoghue's kids go here. And this is an older row house, but charming. $1,399,000 under contract in 21 days, 18 by 124, because it's narrow. 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath, cute as a button.
Cute as a button. See,
okay.
So one of the things I've discovered, at least in Lincoln Park, and I think this is in all of these houses that went really quickly with multiple offers, is if you price it just at or slightly below the median sales price or for that kind of property, you'll have multiple offers and it will sell for way above it. Now, a bunch of buyers get mad because they think, if you're not going to overprice it, I'm going to have no time to think about it. And the answer is yes.
That's right. You're not. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
I know. And that's the frustrating thing for buyers these days. They're like, they're sellers are too smart. And the answer is finally.
Yeah. Well, and that's why you work with us and we educate you and you learn the market so that when it's there, you pop and you get it.
And this is what I said to my buyers who were so frustrated. I said, I'm going to do the same for your house when we sell yours.
Yeah. Oh, FYI, I just have to share this because, every so often we need to brag on ourselves. The last 2 sales I've had this month, both multiple offers, both condos, and we won both. Neither one did we go over. We just did the terms so good that they chose us.
So what were the key terms that were so good?
We did cash. Mm-hmm. We did as is, included an inspection, but did it as is. We did heavy earnest money. And we made sure they realized that we weren't kicking tires. I went into the whole thing about how my buyers had looked at everything. This is why this property was right for them. They had really, one of them had some warts. It had a tenant in it. And we were like, we get it. We get it.
Yeah.
We'll close on the day you want, which was the 1st of July, which, most people want to close end of the month because of, so.
No, it is, you really have to craft it well, but there are people for whom they can't do those things. And so it's tricky. It is really tricky. I would not want to be a buyer who wanted to be in the hottest neighborhood right now. I would not want to be that buyer.
But you know what? Both of my deals were cash. One of them will get a mortgage later. One of them's doing a mortgage now.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But we just took away the contingency and we made sure that their loan was so solid that they could do that risk. So
and that is correct to do. But not everyone can even do that. I mean, it's tricky now. So anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what, anybody, if you're out there and you're having trouble and you're trying to figure it out, feel free to come to us because we can. Yeah. I'm not telling you'll get every property you ever want, but I'm saying if there's a way to do it, we know how to structure it.
So this is 3145 Sawyer. So this is for sale for $535. And this is that kind of property Anne was talking about where you're going to have, this is owned by a broker and they have a tenant. So go to the next one.
Oh my.
And the average sale price in Avondale is $520,000. So the people who took the pictures were not allowed to talk to the tenants and they couldn't get the dog out of the pictures. My gosh.
How did you know that?
Well, look, he's sitting in the chair.
Oh.
It says on the listing that you're not allowed to talk to the tenants.
Okay.
But, this is a neighborhood. Avondale is really taking off. In particular, the multifamily properties are doing exceedingly well. But the prices are really tricky right now for Avondale. This is one of the lowest priced properties on the market. So we then went to, and so click through, let's do some pictures. I mean, it's ghastly. But it's a cute little house and you can fix it up. I mean, look, and you're right up against the highway. So, but you know what? Somebody at some point is going to buy this. This has been on the market for just under 100 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's cute.
Am I able to drive this now? Okay, so this sold after 106. So you get more time, people, to consider this.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to drive this one too. This has been on the market. This was on the market for 106 days. It started at just under 600,000 and sold for 540. But it's been largely redone in some ways. So it looks like it's in good condition. It's again, they don't tell you the size of the lot, but it's this really cute bungalow type. And again, what's great about Avondale is it's close to the highway. So if you're commuting out, and Avondale is just hot. So 2-car garage.
Yeah.
These are terrible, but it is a 2-car garage according to. Oh no, it's a 1-car garage. I apologize. So that just shows you that this is what the median sales price is in Avondale, but there are 1,300,000, 1,400,000 properties currently for sale. So the high is high. Next,
Right.
yours.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now too. I didn't just kick you out. I kicked all of mine out as well. I don't know what the heck I did. All right, we're going to move to Logan Square now. First is 2735 Avers. The median sales price in Logan right now is $1,050,000-ish. And this sold last year for $990 on the market 5 days. Built in 2019.
Wow, that's cute.
Yeah, 3-bedroom up, 1 down, so a little bit smaller, 3.5 baths. But yeah, I mean, you can tell it was built recently.
Good finishes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice basement.
And then this one, check this out. This just went under contract, listed at $995, 33 days on the market. And I think it's because it needs some work, but corner lot, grand home. I love a good porch.
With a wraparound porch. Wow.
You love a basement bar. I love a porch.
Oh,
and look at the vintage. And this looks funky, but when you get it up close, that fireplace is adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the double parlor, the kitchen, these little work. Look at the expansion opportunities here, right? So this is 34 by 125 feet. So almost a lot and a half. 1903 build, 4 bedrooms up, 2 baths, but you've got room to dormer this and have another whole floor. I'd put the primary suite up here. It'd be amazing. Yeah, so I love, love, love that property.
That property is great. It's going to be really improved and be worth a lot when they sell it again.
Right. And, you know, this is a little bit farther west at 3,500. So you've got a lot of upside potential in this property. Again, folks, it was only $995. So, all right. So I have a couple more. Logan Square too. Here we go.
Logan Square is so hot. Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
So it's privately listed right now for $1,150,000, and it's currently a 2-flat that you would turn into a single family home. But we get clients that want the, you know, the gray stone, brownstone look, right? And here you have it. So
this is 2 currently?
Yes, because you'll see as you go.
Whoops, you got into the next
I guess I didn't put in all the pictures, but yeah,
yeah,
it was, yeah. So you really need to make it into a single family. Let me flip this to the side. Who was that? Jenny Carson that would do that?
Yes.
All right. 2642 Drake. This is a little bit higher at $1,200,000, but it's been renovated, as you can see. It was an older home, 37.5 by 126 lot, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. So 2-car garage and 1 exterior spot. So all the space.
What was the price on this?
$1,200,000.
And it's sold or it's under contract?
It's active. It just went on. It's active.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that has not gone because this looks great.
I know. So adorable, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a basement. There we go. So it's tiny, people. Tiny. It's on the market for, so it started at $510,000, which was aspirational. It is now on the market for $445,000. It's been on the market for over a year. And but it's kind of darling. It has 2-car garage. You're gonna see they've redone it. It's
yeah.
But they've redone the kitchen. They've redone. Keep going.
So here's the thing, Kyle. You can buy a 1-bedroom condo near North for $400,000, or you could get this cute little house.
You can get this cute little house that you'll have to check out the rules around it, but probably can be expanded. Yeah. And this is in good condition. Got a nice yard. If you've got a dog, wouldn't this be a great little place to let them out? And then you just have 2-car garage. It's for sale. I'm surprised it's been on the market this long. People make a low ball offer if you want the house. I mean, great. Okay, then, and these are closer to the highway. So I get it that you're sort of like, I don't know if I want to be that close to the Edens. I get it, but there you go. And then the next one is Irving Park closed, 4650 North Kilpatrick. This one was sold after 85 days on the market. It started at just under $450,000 and it sold for $435,000. In Irving Park, the median sales price was $426,000. So just to give you a sense of this cute house, taxes are great. They're under $900,000, and that does not include any exemptions. Keep going. I mean, it's a cute little house. It has 2-car parking. Keep going. So that gives you a sense. This is the house in the center. You're going to have to fix the backyard, and it's sort of a shared backyard, but it's kind of great. I mean, actually.
Oh, you know what's interesting? I sold a house like this on Costner in that general area where they shared the side drive. Not a big deal. So basically you get a wider house because you're sharing the drive with your neighbor, and then you go into your different
garages. And so you don't get as nice a backyard. You can't really have grass because you got to drive into your garage, but you can do something to make it nicer so that when you're not using it as a driveway or as parking, it can be used for, fun.
Pave it. You can do something really awesome with that. Yeah, for sure.
So there you go.
That's a great buy. I love it.
Yeah. So that one, and Irving Park does really well. Yeah. So that's,
and again, you showed the lower priced ones in those neighborhoods.
No, the median sales price.
The median, right. Keep in mind, if it's a low price, they're tearing it down and building new. So.
Yeah. And these are pretty wide lots. This was 30 by 135. In time, somebody's going to buy 2 of them and make a McMansion.
Yeah, absolutely right. Lots of great neighborhoods in Chicago. Irving Park's a fabulous neighborhood. I love that one.
So
right, we're keeping it real. You can tell it's a live show, everyone. Right?
Absolutely. Nice to see you, Anne.
Good to see you too. We've got lots of topics that we could have talked about today. So I don't know which we're going to choose for next week, but it'll be good. I promise.
We'll do something. Take care.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.